Dad, what's going on? Why is the god of war from the Hall of Gods here? Could Sir Lincoln have crossed some big shot from the Hall of Gods? Both Oliver and Brody cowered in fear when they saw the man with blonde hair who was brimming with a murderous air. How the fuck would I know? Why are you even asking me? Luther gulped nervously and chided them. They had been there to ambush Dustin and had never expected to be assaulted by such a formidable individual from the Hall of Gods. This was mind-blowing. Your Excellency, I have never offended any of you from the Hall of Gods. Why have you come to massacre the members of Boulder Thorn? Clement asked, his face pale with fear. What? Aren't you all the West Lucosian army? The blonde-haired man asked with confusion. Huh? West Lucosian army? We're members of the Boulder Thorn Guild, Clement exclaimed defeatedly. After all the mess, it turns out that the members of his guild died for no reason. Oh, so you're not the West Lucosian army? No wonder you're all so weak. But that's all right. There's nothing we can do about the dead anymore. I'll just take this as a warm-up exercise. The blonde-haired man laughed hysterically. Clement stood there, dumbfounded. But there was nothing he could do. He dare not retaliate either. This was a Grandmaster they were talking about. He could kill them all as easily as one would kill an ant. Ars, stop messing around. Stay focused on our mission. Right then, the crisp voice of a woman rang from a distance. Immediately after, a purple-haired woman donned in full armor made her way towards them from the shadows. She held a sword in her left hand and a shield in her right. The shapely and sexy woman exuded an overwhelming aura all around her. You know that my power heightens along with the number of people I kill, Athena. I'm merely warming up. It's no big deal. The blonde-haired man chuckled. Athena. The crowd was once again astonished. Never in 100 years would they have foreseen the goddess of war from the Hall of Gods to be there too. This was another powerful god who was no less formidable than Ars, the god of war. Just Ars alone was enough to wipe out Royal Valor in its entirety. With Athena there, even if the 8 major guilds joined hands, they would stand no chance against these two. Come on out, you two. No point hiding anymore, Athena suddenly called out. As she said that, 2 more figures emerged from the shadows. One was a handsome man with his hand holding a bow and some arrows, and the other was a ripped and bulky man who was about 6.5 feet tall. Apollo of the Hall of Gods, the handsome man said first, not forgetting to flex his muscles. Heracles, the built man grunted, obviously not a chatty person the moment they spoke. Clement and the rest of the Boulderthorns were utterly flabbergasted, looking ashen. Apollo, the god of sun? And Heracles, the god of strength? Well, fuck me. 4 of the major gods from the Hall of Gods are here. Are we doomed? The crowd was terrified. Ars, the god of war, Athena, the goddess of war. Apollo, the god of sun, and Heracles, the god of strength. They weren't just any other gods from the Hall of Gods. These were major gods. It was already a great enough deal to see one of them, much less all 4 of them. Who would have thought that all 4 of them would appear in one place together? This was truly shocking. These 4 put together were enough to go against the entire Boulderthorn Guild. How could this be? Why has the Hall of Gods sent so many major gods here? What's going on? Clement felt weak in his knees. Nobody could care less for the Guild Master of Boulderthorn when there were 4 major gods here. He was nothing compared to them. Oh no, we won't die here today, will we? Oliver and Brody were drenched in sweat and in a state of extreme panic.